Hey, so if this is the first video you've watched, I'm trying to do what's called a COVID-19 series. Basically, the reason why I started that is I just noticed online, Facebook, YouTube, there's a lot of folks that are, of course, at home quarantined, and they're documenting what they're doing. So whether it's teaching the kids or whether it's they built something and they had extra time, some are even documenting exercising. You know, whatever the case is, people are using that time, and I thought, well, that'd be kind of fun too. So I've been trying to put out just individual videos of just things that I've been doing. And one of them I wanted to touch base on was just exercising. So the hard thing about being at home all the time is not exercising as much. And if you're used to going to a gym, obviously that's been shut down.
You know where the weight room is? I'll check.
My wife and I have been working out at home for years now. We used to go to a gym, but then when our firstborn came along, it was, you can't really take a baby to the gym, you know? So we decided to start working out at home and put together a few pieces of exercise equipment that I work out on every single morning. And the cool thing is my little boy, he actually comes down and works out with me too. So I just thought, well, it'd be kind of neat to show you what, you know, I do. If you're out there looking at gyms, some of them celebrities like The Rock and stuff have some pretty incredible home gyms. I've got a few basic things here, but I thought it'd be kind of neat to show you and just kind of, you know, give you a tour of what I do and the equipment I use. It's simple equipment. It's not nothing crazy. Yeah, just thought I'd show you around here a little bit. All right, so real quick before I jump in, I just kind of wanted to show you this Alexa device. I love this thing, especially for working out. It's just one, you know, it's one speaker. If you have one, you'll understand what I'm saying, but this is actually the taller one. I don't know how tall it is actually, but it's the bigger one. It's not the small one, but it puts out some really good sound. And so every morning what I do is I've set it up with a playlist, so I can actually come down downstairs, and then I'll say, you know, in this case I named it computer. I'll say computer workout, and it'll pop on and it knows that playlist. It'll start playing the playlist, and then I'll say computer set a timer for 5 minutes. So there you go, see, it hears me, and then I'll say set a timer for 5 minutes,
starting now,
just like that. So, and then it plays that timer for 5 minutes, and then I can kind of do cardio or something like that for 5 minutes, and then it'll go off, and I say computer stop, and then that works really well. So if you don't have one of these devices and you just want a small speaker to play some music for you, definitely check this out. All right, so here's just basically a quick visual of the workout area. Now, we do have the luxury of having an unfinished basement. If you have an unfinished basement as well, maybe this will give you an idea of how we set this up. So like, this is just basically the main equipment that I use, my little boy uses with me. But what I did is I lined it up so I could go from machine to machine, and just kind of like a standard gym, and that way to make it a little easier, and it kind of fits the way I work out. So just that might be something to keep in mind. Then it also keeps the basement open for the kids to play, or if there's something else we want to do, like jump rope. But I'll walk around and kind of show you each piece of equipment and kind of explain each one. You know, you've probably seen them on TV, maybe use them yourself, but some stuff that I use that works really well. All right, so here's kind of the workout area as far as just, you know, a lot of people have the pads, but these things are pretty cool because they just piece together. Like I said, I think we got them at Walmart, and if we did, I'll leave a link in the description of the video below. But, you know, we use these pads, you know, of course, to work out on, but they're nice because, you know, they're in good shape. We've probably had them over probably 2 years now, so you can see they're in pretty good shape. But so they're pretty durable, and it's a lot easier to use that, obviously, than it is the cement. So I highly recommend these. Of course, there you've got your standard, you know, like a preacher curl bar. Everyone's got their own name for it, but and then just your standard weights. So it just kind of gives you, you know, some quick things to grab. The reason we have the chairs there is, of course, if you don't do dips or something like that, them are really nice just to have easy access to. Like I said, not a fancy setup, but it works. Here's some push-up handles. I like the push-up handles because we do a lot of push-ups every morning. It's just kind of a routine, which I won't go through, but it's a routine of push-ups and sit-ups, and we do it every morning. And sometimes your wrists start to get to bug you a little bit when you're doing a ton of push-ups, and these are nice to kind of switch it up a little bit. So if you haven't used push-up handles before, Highly check these out. I can't remember what they cost, but I'll put a link as well if I can find the link for them in the description. But these things are pretty nice. Plus it does give you a little bit different of a workout than a normal push-up because you can go down a little deeper, so you're working some more muscle groups. So I like that. Okay, so stepping right over here, this is just your standard bench press machine. I really like this. It was basically a set. And I can't remember, I think we got it at Dick's, I think is where we got this. But it just came as a set, came with some weights, a weight bar, and pretty simple to put together, but it's solid. It hasn't given me any issues. It's all metal. It's got your standard leg extension, leg curl setup at the end there. The back part of the weight bench will raise and lower. So just kind of give you, inclined bench press, that kind of thing. And then you got your weight bar. Now, I will tell you, I'll put a link in the description of everything that I go over. I know you might be looking at going, where do I get that? Which one is that? I'll do my best. I mean, I know people kind of watch videos and they wonder what is that item. So I'll try to do that, and I will try to find the item for this as well. The only thing I will advise though is if you do get a weight bench and you want to get your weight bar, get the one that's the 45-pound bar. Now I don't know what they call that exactly. I think it's like Olympic style weights or something. But this just came with the set. And I don't like these as much because you got to screw them on. So it's got the weight plates, which are nice, but you put it on and then you got to screw the knob on to, you can kind of see that to screw onto the weight plate. The hard thing about them knobs is they come loose, they'll unscrew. So I'm not a huge fan of that. And so, like I said, I highly recommend going the other route with the other weight bar and plates if you decide to do something like this. Now over here, this is the Total Gym. Now I will tell you, I do not work for Total Gym. I'm not trying to advertise for them or anything, but I just want to show my workout area, and that would include this Total Gym machine. I have always been very loyal to just free weights. I mean, that's what I grew up on. I was in high school and all I use is free weights. There's something to be said about just lifting free weights over doing a machine, and there's going to be some people that argue that and some people that agree, but I'm a huge fan of the free weights. But I like this Total Gym. This Total Gym is awesome, and I'll tell you why. What's good about it is when you're exercising on this, you get the full contraction through the whole range of motion, and it's tough. I mean, you might watch infomercials or see something, but you can raise this up and down. This section right here can raise up all the way up to the top where you see that last hole, and then all the way down. So you can go as high or low as you want. Some of the newer ones actually I think even go higher, but you might want to check that out. So what's crazy about this though is you wouldn't think it'd be hard. I mean, doing a bench press on this when you have it raised all the way up, it's a workout, because that whole entire time it's the cables are trying to pull back against you. I mean, and so through the whole range of motion, you're getting that tension on you. And I think in a lot of ways, that might be a really good exercise for somebody, maybe if they're healing from an injury or something, but don't take my word for it. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physical therapist, but I just use the machine. The other thing about it is you can flip from, I don't know if you're the kind of person that exercises and does the pulling, pushing routine, or maybe you combine them or whatever your deal is. With this machine, you can go from bench press, roll over and start doing pull-ups, roll back over with your head facing down and go into bicep curls. I mean, you can do, if you really wanted to set yourself up a workout plan, you could sit on this machine and actually really get a good workout on it. So, but like I said, hopefully Total Gym doesn't get mad at me for, showing the video here, but I'm not advertising for them. I'm just kind of giving my feedback, and I like it. Over here, this is just, it's called an ab lounge. I don't use this as much, to be honest. I have used it every now and then. It's kind of neat. What I like about it is you're just basically laying down and raising your, the top bar and your feet together, and it just kind of works your core. So, I mean, it's not a bad piece of equipment. Like I said, I don't use it a bunch. So if you're looking to buy something and you're trying to figure out what am I going to buy, I'd you know, look at some of the other ones before I would that. Nothing against it though. I mean, it works. Over here, this is another piece of equipment I use because I like doing dips. I think dips are a great exercise. And then if you've never used, like, there's a bunch of names for it, but one is a captain's chair. You just basically set your back against that pad, hold on to the handlebars, and then do leg lifts, and that is a heck of a workout. So I like using this machine. It does have the pull-up handles at the top, so if you needed the pull-up handles, you have them there as well. And then right down at the bottom, you know, it's got the little knobs to step up on to, you know, get to the dip bars. So this machine works really good. My only problem with it was that it wasn't, you know, when it got put together, it wasn't like it didn't come out really flat. So I had to put like a little piece of cardboard under one leg so it didn't wobble. So just pay attention to that if you do get one. But this is a great workout and just a good, you know, there's something to be said about, like I said, free weights, but also just standard body weight exercises. I mean, doing leg lifts on this or just doing flat out dips is a really good exercise. So over here, this is going to be like just your, you know, standard exer bike, exer cycle, exer bike, whatever you call it. I mean, if you like riding a bike, this is a good thing to have in your basement. Over here, or anywhere actually. Over here, this is a stretch machine. If you've never seen them, these are really cool for stretching the insides, outside your legs, hamstrings, all that stuff. So this is kind of just a snapshot of the equipment that I use, and then I'll kind of show you a few other things here that we do. Okay, right here, this is a pull-up bar. But what's neat about this is my grandpa bent these two rods, and so I could just put them over the rafter and then use that like you normally would a door frame. So if you've ever seen these pull-up bars, they usually go on a door frame, and then the back of it that goes around that rafter up there actually hooks on the other side of the top of the door frame. And then of course the two knobs that are pushed up against the bars would hook on the inside of your door frame. So I'm sure everyone's seen them before, but pull-ups are a really good exercise. You know, if you can't do them or something, you know, start off with one, use a chair or something, because if you want a really good full body exercise, pull-ups is a tough workout. So that is the other piece that we use, and I'll kind of show you a few other things there. Now, being that our basement's unfinished, you can kind of see that we have you know, this room over here that we keep open, a few little, you know, tricycle and bikes for our 3-year-old. We have our baseball equipment set up. Baseball season was supposed to start. It hasn't started. And with the weather being crazy where we live, it's, you know, it's hard to go outside. And then of course we got the quarantine thing. So we set up some baseball equipment in here that my little boy uses, and we're doing our best to work on the tee and hitting. And then over here is just basically we have a basketball hoop. That was a pretty cool investment. It fits really good down here, and it's actually it's like a legit basketball hoop. It's not one of them cardboard ones. So that's a really nice thing. And then also, being that the basement's completely open, I'll just kind of pan right here. Being that it's all open, it's, you know, it kind of makes a pretty big circle. So actually what we do is we jump rope down here in the morning, some mornings. So we've got the jump rope, and then I also run around in a circle, which works out good, especially if, you know, you're in your house or in your basement. You know, it gives you the option to do something. So I really like that. And, you know, that's what we do.